People's throats are being slit every day. But even then, if you say, okay, Nigerian soldiers, they are killing people in detention, give me corpus evidence.
But Mr. Dende,
because other times these allegations have been made, we found them to be false and baseless. That's all.
Mr. Rio, but this is not the first time we've heard this kind of reports. So why do we keep having these reports about our security?
Nigeria is always a victim, perhaps out of envy, I'll call it. Here is a country that ordinarily should mingle with the best and the greatest in the world. But because we are battling with teaching issues, then they now take us to be the whipping boy whenever they desire. War is war. Boko Haram that was doing a lot of extensive damage. Are you now saying that when they are captured, okay, to be baptized and then asked, go and sin no more? No, tell me now, if an Amra comes to your house and you can get him before he gets you, what does it, I mean,
is that
what are we talking about?
But does that mean
is it a crime?
Does that mean that if I capture since it's a war, there's a convention for abandoning of prisoners of war?
They have not said that, listen, they have not said that they were bombing civilian areas or civilian targets. Mark that. But they were saying that captured Boko Haramites were being killed in detention. And like he said, I would have expected them to at least bring forth maybe video or photo evidence.
But does this not give room for investigation? I mean, even as the president has said, they will look into this allegation.
It's just being extraordinarily nice. You know, it's new on that seat, and then because of the pressure on him and expectation from all corners, he doesn't want to say a thing that will amount to contradicting himself in future. In his shoes, I will have simply told them, go to hell with your report.
Mr. Wane, you're actually
Amnesty International is a body that some of us who work in the civil society know very well. And of course, we know some of the people who have written those reports. But for me, I simply support General Buhari, or he says we shouldn't call General after President Buhari. This report should not distract the government. But let's give it to him. He has said it will be investigated. The army has also come out and said these allegations are coming a second time. We have responded to this before. And therefore, the army is also taking its position that all those things are not true.
Mr. Waneri, yes. The American government targeted bin Laden and killed him. I don't remember Amnesty International writing in a report that he wasn't tried before he was killed.
That's Saddam Hussein, and he was annihilated.
Yes, and Boko Haram has actually been, just like he said, been treated with kid gloves. And that's why we are where we are. Therefore, right now, the issue of the Amnesty International report, just like the president has said, the government can respond the way he has said and try to look at the documents. But it shouldn't distract the Nigerian government. We should move forward decidedly and be focused on the issue of exterminating the terrorism.
You shouldn't distract the media either.
Exactly. And let me ask you. Maybe I should ask him this question. Where were they when Boko Haram was overrunning cities, killing people, burning houses, destroying mosques and churches, as if
markets?
25 local
governments under their control. You know, the one that pained me most was Potiskum. They had a large cattle market. Boko Haram went to the market and they slaughtered all the animals
cattle and people.
The question is, even if human beings have faith, do animals also have faith? Do we have Christian or Muslim
cattle?
For God's sake, where were they? And it got to a point that all of us were on President Jonathan's neck, that it wasn't doing enough.
Yes.
Because he said they are our brothers. Where were they? And Boko Haram redrawn the map of Nigeria, having cut off a part of it. Are we going to now fold our arms and allow them chase us into the lagoon in Lagos?
Again, I'll ask the question, Mr. Ekomo.
Yes, sir.
When there were allegations that were made against some military men in the U.S. in Iraq about issues of maltreatment of prisoners of war and all of that. And they were prosecuted. There were investigations carried out.
Yes.
Now, these allegations that have come up, are we saying, I asked you the question, should we just throw away the report, the baby and the bathwater, or should that give us room to look in and put our house
in order,
so that, okay, as you said, there's nothing of the sort, no evidence, so that there will not be evidence planted just in the future?
Yes, thank you, Nota. We have seen situations like Abu Ghraib, somebody who was involved in the misbehavior, took picture and sent home. That became evidence. The picture is evidence. Now, when you have a disgruntled element come to you and say, then catch them, then kill them. You know, what do you mean then catch them, then kill them? Who was killed? Where are the
names? Who was catching and who was killing?
Catching? Where did they kill them? Look, if one person dies, what the law says, or what the law requires, if one person dies, there must be something, there must be a body of evidence. That's what I mean by corpus delicti. There must be something that will suggest that that person did not travel to Abakaliki and you say he's dead in Lagos. Because we've seen that before. You know, so what I'm trying to say, sir, is that if you, in fact, before AI will come out and make that kind of statement they made that day, very weighty statement, they should have brought associative evidence. They should have brought some kind of stuff to say, okay, listen, we have this picture, this guy was tortured and killed by the military in detention, we have this sworn deposition, and then that person's, his pedigree for truth must be known. But you know, when you have situations, we've had people who come, I mean, when even if an armed robber attacks somebody, 2 armed robbers attack somebody, they'll say 20 armed robbers attacked me. But we have a tendency to kind of exaggerate out of fear, out of malice, out of envy, out of sympathy, whatever, out of political expediency, because a lot of this is also politics. Let me just tell you, a lot of it is politics. But this is stuff which started under President Jonathan and is just washing up on the shores of President Muhammad Buhari. So this wasn't intended for him, but it got here at this time, because this was actually a manufacture. That's why the key officers, the COS under Jonathan, the 2, and then the 2 guys, you know, are now being persecuted. This is persecution, for goodness sake.
Let me also add to that. He who alleges must prove. The onus is on them to come and prove, not on us. Okay? We can't be looking for evidence to indict our government or our military.
Okay. So we're saying with the government and the military, sorry. the president, let's leave the report and let's look at the equipment.
Thank you. Let's not be distracted. Let's move on. We have security issues
here. But I think maybe what you want to hear is that it will be some kind of roadmap to also watch our back in terms of human rights abuses.
Certainly, because like Bagawan was very instructive. Yes. Bagawan, one of the Ola side came out and said, look, the whole world is watching Nigeria. You know, we have been on notice for a long time. The whole world is watching Nigeria. Even satellite is watching Nigeria. And if you misbehave, you will be called out and nobody is going to protect you. So I'm not saying protect rogue elements if there are.